What's up, guys? Kevin Parkinson back with another episode of Father's Win. I have been gone for a minute.
Fighting for fairness, one dad at a time.
But I'm back again. It is so good to be back. And I'm excited to jump into it. Now, I know you guys are here for the courtroom drama to see what's going on and see how dads can win in family court. But we got to lay some groundwork right now. This AI revolution is coming. This AI revolution is here. This AI revolution is happening. And it is going to disrupt so much, guys. Something that I want us to start looking at is how it's going to disrupt the white-collar jobs and gig work. So we're going to jump into this video from Amanda Claypool, who has this amazing video essay on how the girl boss era is over and how AI is disrupting that. Now, I'm going to go a little further, and I'm going to explain why that is important for all of us men, all of us fathers, to really pay attention to how society is going to change. But let's jump in and see what Amanda's got to say. Here we go.
Generally speaking, most women in white-collar corporate settings, they have done themselves a great disservice. And so I think they're going to be the biggest losers of the AI revolution. So what does this look like? You know, we can talk about like what is going to cause this, but what is the downstream end effect of this? Well, so you're going to have women who are going to be out of work. That's going to be a big one. Some of these women, I think, are going to start relying more heavily on social welfare programs and the safety net because they think something is owed to them. They have an entitled mentality and they just don't have the work ethic. So they haven't put the reps in.
I'm also just a girl.
Okay, let's stop it right there. So Amanda's going in. She's obviously has a great perspective on what is going on. But ultimately what she's saying is all you boss babes, and you know, here on this channel, we love and we honor and we respect women. This isn't red pill. We're not here to bash women, but this is a really good perspective. Women aren't built to be workhorses their whole lives. Do we all know a woman who has worked her whole life? Of course, and shout out to her, nothing but props to her. But is that necessarily the godly design for her physical autonomy? No, of course not. So as AI comes and starts to erode white-collar jobs and gig work, like for example, guys, Amazon Flex, let's just use it for an example. A lot of women around the country use Amazon Flex to make $100 to $400 a day dropping off boxes. So I'm not talking about your regular mailman. I'm not talking about your UPS driver. I'm talking about this Amazon Flex, which is gig work, because you get the app, you download Amazon Flex, they call you to the warehouse, you start dropping off packages all around the city. If that goes away because, let's say, Waymo does a partnership with a company to start delivering packages, well then, guys, there goes some income for that woman. And then what does that mean for maybe the man she has a child with? I need child support all of a sudden, or I need more child support. So I really want you guys to be cognizant of what is coming. Let's jump back into this.
Do the work, so they don't frankly know how to work. So there's going to be that aspect of it. But the other aspect I want to talk about is loss of social status. And this is something that really isn't being talked about, but it's going to have a psychological impact on our culture and society writ large that I don't think we are prepared for. So this is an example of someone who has lost or is in the process of losing her
Okay, so she's talking about socioeconomic status. So she bases this whole thing around this post that this woman made on LinkedIn, and this woman's pretty much saying, guys, I have done everything society is asking me to. You know, I work a good job. My insurance premium is going up 35%. I can't afford my health insurance because I make too much money. Ergo, I'm losing money because of the tax bracket that I'm in. And I'm looking for a new job, but I can't find one. It's been 2 years. She talks about it right here in this post. So, and definitely go check out Amanda Claypool's YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. But that's not an easy thing to get on the internet and admit to. And it's not to say that this woman who wrote this post has it out for a guy. No, we're just using this as a barometer to start thinking about how the world around us is going to change and how that child support and that family court might be weaponized against you.
Her social status, so that's socioeconomic status, someone who maybe once could afford living in a high cost of living city like New York and Los Angeles and Miami and those kinds of places, to someone who can no longer afford to do those things, someone who can no longer afford to do that activities they once did. And as a result, you know, they're losing standing in society. They're losing friendships. They're not able to programs. But at the same time, and yes, you're going to have these women cleave onto social safety programs, but at the same time, there's going to be so many people cleaving onto these programs that there's not going to be enough support for everyone. So they're still going to struggle. And because these women have largely adopted a feminist mindset, they've alienated themselves from their families and from men. So they don't have a network of support. They're probably living far away from family networks.
Okay, so if you guys want to see the whole 25-minute video, I linked it in the description. Definitely take a look at it, but I'm going to stop it right there. Her perspective is dead on. And a lot of these boss bays, a lot of these women who decided, hey, I'm going to go the career route and not the family route. And again, that's their prerogative. I am not here to say good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not here to do any of that. No, you know, we don't do that on this channel. What I'm trying to get at simply is this. We got to be cognizant of what might be coming. There might be a new wave of women who all of a sudden want to get married coming. And maybe their intention isn't really marriage. Maybe their intention is another form of a social net.
Girl boss and boss, bitch.
Like Amanda is saying, if her prediction comes true, there isn't enough money for all of the government programs that would be needed to support all these women who are out of work due to AI. So what does that mean? What is another social safety net that society provides for women? Child support.
Damn.
So I want you to think about it, guys. I really want you to think about it, and do be careful with the decisions that you're making and the way that you're moving going forward. Look, I know you guys are here for the courtroom drama, so I'm going to stop it right there. Leave a comment and let me know if you think Amanda's prediction is going to come true. Do you see it happening around you already? Or do you think this is all being blown out of proportion? I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
My son needs me.
You mean our son, darn it.